You know what? Let me bring you guys in closer. I probably should have did that earlier, but it's fine. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Of course, by the title of the video, you know we are reviewing the new Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette, and it's very straightforward, so this intro is not going to be very long. If you guys want to see my thoughts of the palette, a little information about the palette, and how I created this look, then stay tuned. Let's get into our review. Now we are going to be reviewing the new Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette. This just came out, and as you could tell, it's a purple theme. When I first seen this online, I was kind of like, oh, okay. I'm not really a purple girl, so I'm like, it's fine. I got it in the mailer, and thank you guys so much for sending it out, because I was looking forward to doing a review and figuring out what I could do with this palette and what I can do to enjoy it. I've already used the palette and created the look, and I was really happy with it. So this isn't going to be like a first time review situation, but I'm going to create another look and using different shades, just to give you guys an idea of what this palette is and what it does and everything else. If I can figure out how to edit, I will include a video or a picture of the swatches I did on my arm, because it's just too difficult to be doing it on camera. I'm just saying. A little info about the palette. You obviously see all your purples here, but I think it was really cool to include some like warmer, peachier tones in the palette to make it a little bit more wearable for those who just don't want to go crazy purple all the time. A lot of times your consumer is investing in makeup and isn't a crazy makeup hoarder like myself and doesn't get NPR, so they want to invest in something that they can use for fun makeup and they can use for regular everyday makeup. So I think that was cool to add some of those tones in here. This palette is actually going for $49. It sounds about normal compared to their other Naked palettes. Would I say I was over the Naked series? Yes. I wish they could just ditch it and move on, but they're rolling with it, so whatever. For this look, I'm definitely going to stick with more of the purples, because the other tones we know, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get to a purple type look, and right now I'm feeling like doing a really just smoked out, blown out purple look. Before, if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you need to, but if you follow me on Instagram, I did actually do an IGTV featuring another look and obviously a photo of another look I did with this palette. So if you guys want to check that out, you can, but I'm gonna do a blown out look. The other look was very precise, big graphic type look. So anyway, we're gonna get into a blown out smoky purple eye. First color we're going to use is Optimize, and it's just a beautiful lavender shade, and I'm going to use this to create my transition, because I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not sure exactly what colors I'm using, so there's that. This is blending out pretty nicely, at least this shade. This shade has a little bit of like a satin finish in my opinion. It's not completely matte, which I think is great because it leaves the colors to be a little bit more blendable. I want to bring this purple into my brow and kind of on the contour of my nose. I really want to make this like super blown out. The next color I'm going to get into is Euphoric, and this is more of a satin metallic shade. Not a lot of shimmer, but more of a satin, I think. And I'm going to put this on the outer and inner corners of my eye. The shade is pretty reflective, and what I noticed about this shade is it's like kind of sheeny, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's very shiny, but it doesn't pack a huge like metallic punch, which I actually am here for. I want to deepen this look. I want to add a little bit more depth. I'm here for the light lavender look, but I want to add a little bit more depth to the look, and I'm going to use Cyberpunk, which is a very true purple color, and it's a shimmer. And I'm going to deepen Euphoric with this, but I'm going to keep it at the base because I don't want to cover Euphoric. I just want to deepen the base of it. So far though, I am really loving it, and it looks like I'm creating a halo eye at this point. I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing, but here we are. People who get this palette are obviously going to be into color and pops of color and are going to have fun with this, so you really can do any kind of look. You can do something basic, or you can just really step outside of your comfort zone and do something really fun, exaggerated, which I feel like this palette is allowing me to do. I want to lift my lash line a little bit, and I'm gonna go use Purple Dust, which is a darker shade at the end of the palette. And I'm going to place this on my lash line just to deepen the look, add a little bit more depth, and lift the outer part of my eye, because everybody just wants an eye lift. Like, why wouldn't you not want that? I'm slightly winging it, but I don't want to bring it out too much because I definitely want the smoked out, blown out look to still be there. You know what, let me bring you guys in closer. I probably should have did that earlier, but it's fine. Now I want to get into warning, and I'm going to put this right here, like halfway on my lid, in the center, but not center. I don't know what that's called. I'm going to use the shade Warning, and I am just placing it right there. I feel like this is going to bring in some really warm purple tones. Using the same brush, I'm going to get into the color Lucid, and I've used this color yesterday, and oh my gosh, this color stood out to me as soon as I seen the palette, and I was absolutely in love. This is going to go in the center, and I'm going to drag it into the crease as well. This is just such a fun, like, iridescent color. I just love it. And what I did actually with this color alone was I just put it in the center of my lid and dragged it up to the brow bone. And I'm doing that same kind of thing, except for I have a base of other colors to go with it. But oh, isn't this so pretty? Lucid is my favorite color out of all the shades. I just think it's just so magical. This is really the eye look I'm going for. This is so simple yet so beautiful. And the word magical, it's very magical. So let's go ahead and do the under eye, and I'm going to use Optimize. Going into Euphoric, I'm going to blend this into the lash line to deepen everything up. Okay, so this is the look for me. It's very light, it's very airy, it's magical, it's very just unique and different. This is the vibe I felt. I have glowy skin, everything's just tying together really well, and my hair is simple. Everything is just looking really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some lashes and do the bottom mascara and finish the look. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so this is the look that I created using the palette. This review is very simple in my opinion. It's very straightforward. The only thing I feel like people wouldn't like about the palette is the theme of the palette, which is purple, ultraviolet, right? So if you don't like purple tones, then you wouldn't want to buy this palette. But the eyeshadows perform. They are beautiful. They don't have a lot of range of matte shades, which could be a turn off for some, but I personally do not care. This definitely, I feel like, encourages you to step out your comfort zone and do a lot more fun looks using the color purple, of course. And I absolutely love the color. My favorite shade in the whole palette is Lucid, as you guys seen. It's just so beautiful. It creates this very just dimensional, iridescent look, which I absolutely love. The whole vibe is really good. Like, the vibe I have, I mean, with the earrings, the lip, the braid, I'm feeling like I belong on a different planet, which I would prefer to be on right now, but it's a different subject. That's completely different subject. So anyway, I created a light, airy look because that's what I was in the mood for, but definitely check out my Instagram because I created another look that is sharp, graphic, and played with some of the darker colors too. So if you guys want to check that out, you should. You guys seen how the eyeshadow performed? It's very straightforward. This isn't a very controversial, like, let me get in depth about this palette. It's none of that. I just wanted to show you guys how I wanted to use it, and if you guys liked how it performed on me on camera, then maybe check the palette out. With that, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Of course, comment down below if you like the palette, if you have any gripes about the palette, or if you're gonna get it and what you love about the palette, because I definitely want to know. And lastly, of course, please subscribe. I'm not making videos for nobody else but y'all, so subscribe for your girl. It helps me out. And until the next video, bye.